Hello, coaches. Welcome back to another Modern Soccer Coach Breakdown. Something different this week. I'm sure you're all aware Sergio Busquets has announced his retirement from football at the end of the season. So I thought that we would do a special episode on the legacy of Sergio Busquets and the impact he has had on the game today and on coaching in particular. I would argue that Sergio Busquets has impacted the game from a coaching perspective more than any other player over the last 20 years of the game. I'm going to show some examples of why I think that, and we're going to show some exercises to demonstrate how coaching methodology has changed and why I think Sergio Busquets was at the center of that change. 700 games for Barcelona, 32 trophies for Barcelona. Let's take a look at how he changed the game. As always, please like, please subscribe. Thanks for all your support with Modern Soccer Coach Insider. Link below to find out more. Link below for these exercises and the dimensions. Thanks so much for the support. Let's take a look at Sergio Busquets. Okay, the first impact that Sergio Busquets has made, in my opinion, over the last 20 years has been this change of playing into the six to break pressure. Before Busquets, most teams wanted their playmakers to drop deeper and face pressure or drop deeper to escape pressure. Think of Xavi, think of Pirlo coming off to receive from centre-backs. But Busquets has flipped the script. He made it possible to play into the number six, even when that number six was under pressure, and progress with the ball from there. His awareness of pressure, first touch, orientation, body shape, allow Barcelona to attract central pressure and then break that and then find spaces higher up the pitch. It wasn't just about receiving the ball, it was inviting opponents to press him. We have a term today called press resistant. I'm a believer that Sergio Busquets almost invented that phrase, press resistant, because of his ability to deal with pressure centrally. Today you see this idea everywhere. Rodri at Man City, Frankie de Jong, Declan Rice, all comfortable receiving the ball under pressure. Big time evolution in the game over the last 20 years. I think Busquets is at the center of it, receiving under pressure as a six. The second big shift that I would put Busquets as a big reason for has been this area of progressive passes and the data revolution we've seen over the last 10, 15 years. Again, a six was quite consistently judged on defensive metrics up until that point. We had the Makelele rule, tackles, interceptions, duels. Busquets' game forced analysts to look at the game a little bit differently. Quality of his passes, progressive line breaking into the eights, into the tens, into the forwards. And as a result of this, coaches began valuing passes not as possession metrics, but as progression metrics. Yes, data is a big part of the game today, but Sergio Busquets has definitely raised the bar in terms of what those individual data points are for central midfielders. And then the last piece and the third progression and the third evolution from Sergio Busquets over the last 10, 15 years, and this is the biggest one for me, has been this area of defensive midfielder, the number six, the water carrier as it was for Didier Deschamps in my era of playing football. It then evolved into the Claudio Makelele era of the Makelele role. But Busquets has changed the role to an absolute playmaker, and there's one unique change. Before we were talking about the ability of the six to win tackles, the ability of six to cover ground. Now when people are looking at profiles of number sixes, they look at game intelligence and areas of positional mastery that Busquets has shown and exuded in his game. You can see the quotes here. I've never been the quickest player, but things don't go well. Lots of bad things happen because if the pitch is big and there's spaces, I will suffer. So too will Usain Bolt and Kante. He has made no secret of the fact that he's not the quickest player, but game intelligence, football IQ, he's always been judged on that. And I think, again, he's raised the bar in this regard. The quote of all time, coaches love this quote from Vicente Del Bosque: you watch the game, you don't see Busquets. You watch Busquets, you see the whole game. Every coach loves that quote because it's almost that Busquets makes you take a step back to appreciate the game once you watch the game from his standpoint. Busquets' influence is invisible when you're watching a match, but then everything becomes clear once you focus on him. Again, similar to the metrics, the player profile component, really interesting. Now I think when people are looking at that position, they want that player IQ, they want that game intelligence, and to me, That's all down to the impact that Sergio Busquets has had. Okay, those are the three changes. I think, again, this has gone one, two, three steps further. Not only do I think Sergio Busquets has challenged and changed how we talk about the game, how we look at the game, how we measure the game, but I also think he's changed training techniques. So I'm going to show you three exercises here that I believe Sergio Busquets has impacted because of his ability to receive under pressure. Definitely in the methodology that we have used in Modern Soccer Coach, all the ebooks we've built, all the sessions we've put out, we really, really promote playing through the six, playing into those central areas under pressure. And then when you're looking back and thinking, where does that come from? I believe a lot of that draws inspiration from Sergio Busquets. So here's three training session ideas for Modern Soccer Coach that we've seen, that we've used in our ebooks, in our work. If you want more ideas around this, again, you can get them on the link below, modernsoccercoach.com. Here we go. Okay, first up, 5v2 transfer rondo, 7 players organized into 3 teams of 2 players each and 1 neutral. 2 teams organize themselves on each side of the triangles. You've got the neutral in the middle, defending pair position themselves in the middle of each triangle. So the objective of the game is to use the neutral player to create 2 3v1 pictures, transfer the ball between each triangle. After 6 consecutive passes in one triangle, ball can be transferred through the neutral player who's in that Busquets role. They've got to scan, find the free player on the other side. So they've got to get that body shape, that recognition of where they receive and where they're playing. Each player limited to 2 touches, keep the game moving quickly. If defenders win the ball, the game simply restarts from the coach and service goes into the other triangle. Next game is exercise 2, is a 8v6 beat the press game. This takes place in a field where you have 2 5-yard end zones, 14 players used in total. Possession team in red are set up with a back 4. Then you've got that Busquets holding midfielder in the central zone. Objective of the game is that for the possession team to transfer the ball from the goalkeeper into the attacking midfielders, the 8s and the 10s, through that central zone. They don't have to play through the Busquets, the 6, but with those numbers in there, they're probably going to need that player to solve in some way. Use hopefully a 2v1 advantage on that far side. If the defensive team win the ball, they can score in the mini goals on the other side. Again, quick moving game. There's a transitional element to this here as well that should lift the tempo and make it really competitive. Hello, coaches. We'll take a quick break here. If you are enjoying this breakdown, if you enjoy the Modern Soccer Coach content, please join us at the Insider, the Modern Soccer Coach Insider. You can watch all the Modern Soccer Coach webinars on demand, all new content. Every week we have new content that comes out, access to the interactive community chats that we have, access to all the upcoming webinars that you will get for free, and then the WhatsApp group, the private WhatsApp group for the coaches where you can take part. Again, more content there, but also you can request topics for us to look at as well. Please join us. It works out at $10 a month. Modern Soccer Coach Insider. I will put the link below. If you enjoy the content, you will love the Insider. Thanks so much. See you there. And then the last one, exercise 3, 9v5, build an unbalanced game. This takes place with 4 mini goals in the corners, 14 players, possession team of 9, defensive team of 5. The possession team are looking to circulate the ball, transfer it from one half to the other for 1 point, using that Busquets type player. Again, they don't have to play into the 6, but it's a really, really good solution that the 6 can help them with. The defensive team are looking to press, win the ball back immediately. If the defensive team win the ball, they can score any of the mini goals. And if they do win possession, the possession team can also transition to defend and prevent the goal. So you have that 6, that Busquets, playing, working in transition as well when the ball is lost to try and prevent the defensive team from scoring the mini goals. For every successful transfer, red team awarded 1 point. Possession players on the outside limited to 2 touches again to keep the ball moving quickly. Coaches, don't forget you can get these sessions, these exercises for free. modernsoccercoach.com. Please like, please subscribe before you leave. Thank you.